see it?
Yes, that works for you.
Okay, thank you. Who wants to get started in person? Thomas, go ahead.
Hey coach, first non-game question. Update on Cody McMahon injury, how long you expect her to be out?
Yeah, lower leg injury day to day, so.
Okay. And then on the game itself, what was your message going into today's game after Sunday's close one? What was the message?
Yeah, you know, just that we had played really hard Sunday versus Belmont, but we didn't execute very well on either end of the floor, and so we wanted to. It was more of a mental thing with our execution, which I thought we were much better today.
Bobby, go ahead.
Did you see an extra urgency maybe in practice this week following maybe a closer game than you expected? And how did that bleed into that, I think, 17-0 start to the game?
Yeah, you know, and as I've told people, and hopefully didn't create a self-fulfilling prophecy, that we have a lot of talent and a lot of potential, but with a lot of newcomers, we don't look like the same as we looked maybe a year ago at this time with a bunch of veterans. And so I think this team is going to be, I don't want to say slower developing, but for lack of a better term, it's going to be a longer process throughout the year. But I do think we've got tremendous potential if we'll just stay focused on getting better.
Thomas, yeah.
How does your focus shift then in the game where you see it's not going to be a close one like it was in the second quarter? How does your focus and your game planning shift?
Well, as I told the team, that we're not going to be the team we're capable of being if the score dictates how hard we play and the way we play the game. Regardless if we're up or we're down, there's a way we do things and a process to it that we have to stick to. We got to play extremely hard, and we have to play together, and we have to play the right way, and we have to do it all the time if we're ever going to reach our potential.
To the left hand, G.
Kevin Granslow, when someone as instrumental to the team as Cody's out, how satisfied are you with the result of today, especially just going in, getting people like Ava and then Elsa and everyone in earlier than usual?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's, you know, obviously Cody's a great player, and you know, she's an integral part of what we do. But it was great to see other people step up and play so well today.
Particularly on the glass, where do you guys stand with, I guess, rebounding right now?
Yeah, I thought today was really good. Asia was good. Taylor was good. Ebony had great energy on the offensive boards. Elsa had like 14, and so she was excellent. And that's been an area where we haven't been so good. Not early in the season, but in years past. And so, you know, sometimes it's about drills or emphasis, and you know, sometimes it's new personnel. I mean, I think TT's been a great rebounder in Ebony, but we added 2 good rebounders in Asia and Elsa, and so I think we have the makeup of our team. We should be a better rebounding team, and we're going to continue to emphasize to make sure that's the case.
In the back, yeah.
So 21 points, 14 rebounds. You shot well from both, you know, the field and the line. Just what were you seeing tonight, and how did that feel? You know, knowing you're getting close to that your season high. Excuse me.
Yeah. So, well, I was not significantly, but somewhat bigger than most of the players on the other team, so I knew that that's where I had my advantage, so I just went for it.
Yeah. And Thierry, I think you started out 4 for 4. I mean, how important is that for you to start out hot? You know, I think you finished with 13 as well. So, I mean, how important is that you to start the game out hot?
Yeah, just taking the right shots, taking the open shots, and you know, I think we do a really good job on offense of finding the open person and moving the ball and being unselfish. So I think that's what helped tonight.
Over here on the right.
Joshua Jacob, WOUB. Coach, you guys started out impressed. What was the thought process behind that? Were you trying to get them off their game?
Yeah, it's a big part of our identity. We pressed a lot, and we worked hard on it heading into this game. I thought it could be disruptive against Ohio.
Also, at the end, you look like you hurt your ankle. How's your ankle feeling?
My ankle's completely fine.
Okay, good. Question then about just how the game kind of slowed down for you today, offensively, in terms of your offensive opportunities, layups, whatever, near the basket. You're hitting them more efficiently today. How does a game like this kind of slow the game down for you?
Slow the game down.
Like, as in, make it not rushing attempts near the basket, or not. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that's something I've been trying to emphasize a lot, and the coaches have been trying to get me to practice a lot. In practice is being more intentional with my shots and being slower and more strong under the basket. So I think this was a great opportunity for me to practice that in game, in person.
And then Taylor, last 2 years, you started every game with Cody. This is the first game you two haven't started together. How different is it not having her on the court with you, like most of the game?
Yeah, you know, she brings a lot of energy, and you know, just not having her before, I know I step up, you know, as a veteran on the team, older person on the team, so just stepping up into that leadership role, I knew I had to take on a bigger responsibility since Cody was on.
G, go ahead.
Particularly on the defensive end for all three of you, it seemed like in the first half they were getting in the first quarter especially, they were getting a few more drives than the rest of the game, and the weeks I thought maybe wasn't there some of the time. How did you guys address that in the second half, and how do you plan to address that moving forward?
We just have to do a better job with guarding the ball.
Yeah, we definitely scouted that. We just started to execute better after the second half.
I'm gonna switch to Zoom here for a second, Brianna, if you wanna have a couple questions here.
Hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Alright. First, Coach, I wanna start. You've definitely hyped about Elsa and talked about her ability on the court and her ability just to be a tall presence on the court. Can you talk about how just she showed that tonight, how a game like this helps the confidence of a freshman player?
Yeah, she's extremely talented and she's a great athlete. She's a very, very bright young woman, which translates in practice and on the court. So she's building great habits, and really, I thought she was great tonight, and I still think she's not anywhere near what her potential is, which is really exciting. And with the way she's working, she's gonna, I think, really have a really positive impact on our team and our season.
Elsa, kind of moving off that, how does a game like this kind of help your confidence and get you in the flow of transitioning from high school and club to college basketball?
Yeah, this kind of game is probably exactly what I needed. The past 4 games have been my first games in like a year and a half since my injury. So this is exactly the kind of game that I need to build up my confidence again, especially on offense. And yeah, I'm just glad it went well.
And Coach, I know you mentioned Cody had a lower leg injury. I just want to ask, how did the injury occur during practice or during the Belmont game, or when did that occur?
Yeah, during practice.
And one last thing, kind of for anyone, what was kind of the mentality after, I guess more for the players, because you already touched about this, Coach, but the mentality after the Belmont game, a game I don't think you guys would argue you guys were supposed to win, and it's slightly won, so.
Yeah.
Coming out of that and ensuring that that didn't happen again.
Yeah, like Coach said, I think we played hard, our effort was there, but just our execution offensively and defensively. So, you know, just going in with our mindset, you know, that we need to fix those areas, and I think that played a role in today.
Thank you.
Back over here to G.
Elsa, how have you gelled off the court with the other freshmen, and how's that chemistry kind of built more on the court, especially besides today?
Yeah, it's gone really well. I came a lot later than the rest of the freshmen, so I thought it was going to be maybe a little rough in the beginning, and it was, but not very long. But I think we have pretty good team chemistry, and you can kind of start to see it on the court as well. You know, cheering each other on and giving each other high fives, and I think it helps a lot with our play.
Back over here to Josh.
You guys started with the very first quarter, 7 fouls. In the next one, you had 4, so you had totaling 11 in the first half, and then you came back and with 6 in the second half. So what was said between the players, between you, Coach, and your players, to really lock in on that?
Yeah, just to be more fundamentally sound defensively. We were just, you know, a little sloppy, and when we got out of position and tried to do something we shouldn't do, it usually resulted in a basket or for them or a foul. And so we just really wanted to work on the fundamentals of the defense.
Thomas.
Taylor, you played a few years at Ohio State where you've had games like this against non-conference opponents where you've had these larger margins of victory. What do games like this maybe help out with players individually, younger players, and the team as a whole? How do they help?
Yeah, I think this helps just build our confidence, but also just work on areas that we need to improve in and just get better, honestly, just prepare for, you know, tougher games. So just not taking these opportunities for granted and just trying to get better each game.
Thank you.
Perfect.